Hey everybody, it's Nicole Johnson with CoVision Real Estate Group, and welcome to my August newsletter. I've switched up my office a little bit today. I'm actually in my dining room rather than my office, so my background looks a little different, but wanted to just send a quick market update for the August newsletter and just give you an update of how things are looking and where things are at. So we're in this every real estate time period or every year, there are certain waves of the real estate market, right? Seasonal trends. And so we are hitting the seasonal trend of back to school, right? Everybody's been focusing on last minute summer vacations, kids getting back to school, last minute shopping, you name it, like just back to school focus mode. So when that happens, when we have a transition period like that, what happens is people's brains aren't thinking about real estate, right? They're thinking about other phases of life, of what they need to be focusing on. So it is very, very common to see a pretty significant slowdown this time of year just based on those facts that people's brains aren't focused on real estate. They're focusing on getting the last minute summer trips in and school starting. So that is like across the board a trend that we see every year. What we're also seeing on top of that is still that market uncertainty. There's still a lot of volatility in the market, in the economy, in the state of the government. All of these things create that uncertainty. So we are seeing houses sit on the market again longer. So not only are they sitting on the market longer, now you're throwing back to school on top of that. And so it's longer than expected. This is normal. It is what it is. I'm like a broken record because I continue to say these strategies over and over again, but it always comes down to pricing. There's a buyer out there for every property, but it has to be priced right. And patience is key. And so what that means, usually if you don't need to be selling your house right now, like in August, I usually advise my clients to wait a week or two after Labor Day, or even towards the end of September. We should see just a natural uptick because it's not going to be as hot outside. People are more in a routine in their fall ish activities and sports, and just their brains aren't so hyper focused on the end of summer activities. So we naturally see an uptick. So if you aren't on a super tight timeline and you're a seller, don't panic, just strategically time your listing. And I would say, second week of September, third week, even last weekend of September, should get you just some naturally more or better traffic to come along. So if you can't wait, again, price it strategically, pay really close attention to what your competition is doing, and make sure you have realistic expectations of how long this is going to take. So that's my 2 cents with that. Just a reminder that there's patience and there's pricing, and I've been saying that for years now, but that's just where we're at. So to be continued. Also, just a sidebar again, I'm focusing a lot on the mortgage note investment side of the business, where if you're tired of being a landlord, because being a landlord is a headache, new laws are continuously being passed that make it harder and harder to be a landlord, specifically in Colorado. If you are burnt out from that, please reach out. If you're looking to invest in other ways, if you don't want the volatility of the stock market, you like the idea of your investment being secured, collateralized against a property, mortgage notes might be that great pathway for you. And it is so much more hands-off than being a landlord. So think about that. If you want more information, please reach out. We have some great information. That's just an informational session. There's never any pressure, but would love to just educate you on what might be a really great investment strategy for you. So I hope you're doing well. I appreciate all of you, your love and support and continued encouragement for me in all my business adventures, and just hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks so much. Bye.